तौ संतोषयता संतौ श्रीलरूप सनातनौ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विविच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेकं क्रान्तव्युत्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यातपर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. चलेगा. So 97th Anusheda, we are just about to finish. So in this Anusheda, we were discussing whatever the sadhanas are there. So various methods or sadhanas, those which are meant for the purushartha. So sadhanas meant for purushartha, all of those rooted in bhakti. So that's why Swargapavargayoh pumsam rasayam bhuvi sampadam sarvasamapi siddhinam moolam tvaccharanarchanam. So this sloka is telling that all these. Worship of his lotus feet is the root cause of all the perfection for obtaining heaven and liberation and wealth in the subterranean regions on the and on earth. Mantratah tantra तच्छिद्रम इत्यादि न्यायेन मुखबाहु उरु पादेभ्यः इत्याद्युक्त नित्यत्वेन च सर्वधा तद बहिर्मुखानां तु तद लाभ एव स्यात् इत्यर्थः. What it mean? What is the meaning of this line? So we have to see this. Enforcement mantra tantra chidram. Mantra tantra chidram. All the mantra tantra all are defective. Actually they are not perfect. Not perfect means there is a possibility of. So how Bhagavatam 8:23-16. 1 second, just I'm opening that. So complete sloka 8:23. मंत्रतंत्रतश्चिद्रम देशकालार्ह वस्तुतः सर्वं करोति निश्चिद्रम अनुसंकीर्तनं तवा. मंत्र tantra desha kala kalarha vastutah, all these desha kala, they are all having there is a possibility of so some defect in those. All those defects will be so nullified by bhakti, tava sankirtanam. So by your so sankirtan, those faults, whatever faults are there, those will be so nullified. There are translation is there may be discrepancies in pronouncing the mantras and observing the regulatory principles, and moreover there may be discrepancies in regarding to time, place, person, and paraphernalia. But when your lordship's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. So that's why in the material world, in the just we are giving the reason for everything in this, any wealth in this material world, in the earth, or the wealth in the lower planetary systems, lower planetary, and also swarga, apavarga, everything is rooted in bhakti, because these are all achieved by the karma, and also otherwise by practice of other mantra, tantra, and so on. So they are all, there is a chance of having the defect. So no one can perform perfectly karma also. I already in the morning class also we discussed, and also for last 2 days we were discussing. If you do any karma, you need to strictly follow everything actually. Even place should be purified, mantras also should be purified, dravyam should be purified, everything purified objects you want. Any fault is there in those, little bit fault also will lead to so no result. That's why to those faults will be removed only by so Lord's names, by uttering the Lord's names. So that's why in this way all other sadhanas, so they cannot be performed in this world perfectly. It's impossible actually. So that's why all to get faultless, to be faultless, they need bhakti. That means in that process, bhakti, taking the names of Krishna's names should be taken. Bhakti, I'm not saying bhakti, but bhakti means they are not going to become devotees, but so they have to chant the holy name. Otherwise, they will not become, that paraphernalia will not become faultless. That is the point. And also, Mukha Bahuru Padebhyaha. This also we already read. Krishna is the origin of everything. Even demigods also, they sanction the opulence or anything. So when they will be sanctioning, when Krishna is satisfied. So ultimately Krishna has to be satisfied. Otherwise, just if you satisfy demigods, if you are something demigods, those demigods offering those everything to the Lord, and the Lord is sanctioning, then demigods are giving to you. So that's why ultimately Krishna is a giver actually. That is that is also ityadyukta nityatvena cha. So sarvadha tad bahirmukhanam tu tattad labha eva tattad alabha eva syat. From these two rules, so whoever is not at all, whoever is uh, whoever is not at all towards the Krishna, whoever having aversion towards the Krishna, they will never get any result actually. Even in this middle world also, anything they are getting, any wealth, so they take the somehow or other the name of the Lord. Oh my Lord, please give me this much. Also they will say this much, they have to say. Without saving, so it's not possible actually. Even atheist also are sometimes so-called, or otherwise not atheist, whoever like Rakshasas, they're also getting the some kind of opulence, Behind that also they will be following the process, like they will be chanting the mantras of the Vishnu. So, but and they are getting result, but they are getting pride of that. But they don't. They are not called as devotees.
Yes, previously also discussed yesterday that any yagya, anything just like na, so one has to do perform perfectly, come that is without any faults, then gives result. And but one should not use just like here is mentioned. One should use like everything is like become purified by chanting your name. But we also discuss we should not use anything na Lord's name for just purification for purifying. How to understand two things, because there is one should perform a bit perfectly, but anything you do you chant that attitudes. Okay. Just like as you mentioned, Om Pavitro Pitro Vasravastha Gato Piva. So how to understand?
Here he is not. So what is said here? Mantra tantra taschidram desha kalarha vastutah sarvam karoti nischidram anusankirtanam tava. What is this sloka is saying? What is the meaning of this sloka? So it is that whatever any fault is there in these mantra tantra and so paraphernalia, that will be we will become faultless by the sankirtan. Is said this much. One should do, who said? One should do bhakti is said already. From beginning to ending, we established that what we should do. So bhakti should be done. Abhidheya is what? Sakshat bhakti. That we already proved. That means this point also ultimately leading to uch tatparya. So in you, I already said, by taking one statement anywhere, and you should not say that this is a prescription and this is the thing is established there. No. By one statement, how can you say this? That's the glories of the Hare Krishna mantra is said here. Glories of the Vishnu's names is said. So sarvada tad bahirmukhanam tu. So in all the ways, who anyone is completely sarvatha means in all the ways. So if someone is completely bahirmukha, that means he is having aversion towards the Krishna, then in his case, he will never get anything actually, no success. Huh?
Shishupala, Kamsa, and one sloka is there. In there it said that if a person meditates on the Lord with anything, even with hatred or anything else, he will absorb. He will get absorbed, or something is there in that sloka. Actually, it's in
Sarvatha bahirmukha means all the ways. All the ways. The one who is completely disconnected means even he is not remembering Krishna on the name of aversion, on the name of envy. Aversion means he is not having any kind of connection. Bahirmukhata. Bahirmukhata means is we are translating in the name with the English word aversion. Tiromukhona. We are not saying that the one who is having the jealous, but he is connected. There is connection is there in their case. Bahirmukha means completely disconnected. So the Siddhanta is this. But someone is having big opulence in the material world, and they are becoming multimillionaire. How they are becoming? what they are doing. They are also having some kind of, but they are getting, they are not devotees. What we should say about them? Some multimillionaire is there, he is not doing any bhakti.
Aversion is not there. Something in their cases, although they are
complete
not
aversion is there in their case?
No.
No. You're not there actually. Even materially also they are getting name, fame, some status. So that means what is said here? Rasayam bhuvi sampadam. That means wealth in on earth planet, wealth in lower planets. Even wealth. Someone is become multimillionaire in this earth. He's getting wealth. He's not the devotee of the Krishna. But still he's getting how? Leela Govind Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji.
How he is getting?
Because he's doing, like, somewhere in the process where he's doing, he's having some attachment to Krishna, like, he's chanting holy names.
He's not chanting. In America, he's there. From the Europe country, actually. And he doesn't know who is Krishna. But he became multimillionaire.
He's not directly chanting, but there is somewhere he's following the process. From, if not this birth, like from previous birth.
Even in the material world also, if you get any opulence, what is said? Tat charanarchanam. He should be having some kind of sanmukata towards the Lord. Yes or no? So that means somehow or other he is having the some kind of sanmukata. He turn towards. Maybe he may say in another name, he may use Lord's name. But he is also, or he may take, so, oh my dear supreme energy, you come and help me. This much also is there. That is indicating whom? Who is supreme energy? Or oh unknown person, you please help me. The Lord or not? So you should not say that Lord is what is a concept actually. Lord is a concept, is a truth, is having the characteristics. That's what Prabhupada also says. If someone is trying to love the truth with any another name, so no problem. If you can call gold in India, so Sona in Hindi, and he is giving this example, and you will calling in English gold, and in another European language maybe something, I don't know. In Spanish, gold is known as Russia.
Zolata.
Zolata. Zolata. In Russian language, it is known as Zolata. So then, in Spanish, gold.
Meta.
Meta. Something. But everything is indicating one object only. If someone is, let's take example, someone is, so, oh Supreme Creator, you are the cause of everything, and you please help me. It's directing towards the Krishna or not? Yes or no? This prayer is going to whom? This prayer is going to whom? Is going to the Krishna only, yeah? Yeah. So, yeah. Name is not there. Yes, good.
Only this much, or there is something previous karma's effect is there?
Yeah, that is also possible is there. Maybe in the previous life also it did, even in this life also. So somehow or other, they are connecting to the Lord. if they are not at all, somehow or other, if they are not at all connected to the Lord, there will be no success, zero. Because Bhagavatam is saying, Rasayam Bhuvi Sampadam. Not only heaven, even in this material world, whatever wealth is we are getting, that is because of worship of Lord.
True.
Yeah.
Somebody in Bhagavad Gita, there is a slok, somebody worshipping demigod, and Lord says they are also result is given by me only.
Yeah.
Just like, but they're doing indirect bhakti. So somebody is doing to worship to demigods, they're not worshipping to Lord. That still they are getting result. How to understand?
Why
that
not?
we-
Actually, Krishna is saying,
Huh.
Avidhi Purvakam. He is
Avidhi-
saying they are worshipping me only.
That means if somebody
Even who
worship-
is worshipping demigods, they are worshipping ultimately me only, he is saying. But Avidhi Purvakam, that is,
some mukta is there.
Sanmukta is there.
Okay.
Somehow or other, Sanmukta is there or not? Somehow or other, they are connected. So someone characterized object, that means Krishna is the absolute truth, and that object is defined as Allah, having the characteristics of same. That means he is the supreme creator, and he is cause of everything, and he is all powerful, almighty, and he is merciful. All characteristics belong to the Supreme Lord, and he is quoting those, and just name he is changing. So will it go to the Supreme Lord or not?
The person sometimes says worshipper of Allah, they will not go to.
But if they don't have full idea, then that is impartial actually. So that is a problem actually. But if the concept, if you see, the only defect is what? Not defect actually. The only problem is what? Incompleteness. But the idea is what? What is their idea? They are also accepting some supreme authority. The idea is same. But the problem is that it is full details they don't know. That is only the problem. Not that the idea is wrong. Idea is not at all wrong. That's why no one will say that. Even Prabhupada. Prabhupada also didn't say they are doing wrong. Anywhere did he say it is wrong? Worshipping the Jesus is wrong. Anywhere it is said by any of our Acharya or any Prabhupada and Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Nobody said actually. But what is the problem? It is incomplete. That's incomplete only. But they are also somehow they are connected to the truth actually. That's the point. So what is the important? That maybe they are not exactly that characteristics, whatever they are defining, they may not reach to the Lord, but they may reach to some other lower position or something. But point is what? Ideology is what? They are somehow or other connected to the absolute truth, Krishna. Somehow or other. So that's why Sanmukata is there, somehow or other. And that's why they are getting. So that's why without connecting to without Sanmukyam, somehow or other, some Samukyam, nothing, no result you will get. Tattad alabha eva syat. At least if you want to establish your Bhagavatam sloka, you should accept those. Otherwise, our sloka meaning will go wrong. We should not be only short-sighted actually. Our Bhagavatam is so powerful, and it is it's bold enough actually. It is speaking very boldly, and also you should represent Bhagavatam boldly. Don't shrink in the meaning of Bhagavatam. Yatha skande Vishnu bhakti vihinanam srauta smartaschaya kriya kaya klesha phalam tasam swairini vyabhicharavat. Swairini means who roams by her own will. Swairini, prostitute. And kaya kleshaha. By roaming like that, she will never get any pleasure actually. Just kaya kleshaha. Because of her mental state, she is like that. But what she is going to get? Simply bodily pain. In the same way, Vishnu bhakti vihinanam srautah smartaschya yaha kriyaha kaya kleshaha. Without the Vishnu bhakti, so all these they are becoming, yeah. All the activities prescribed by the Shruti and Smriti, all those will become so resultless. Just they will give only pain to body, no result. Taduktam, Leela Govind Prabhu. Huh? Who? You raised your hand?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Prabhuji,
Uh,
when we say here, without bhakti means that whenever we perform any actions of the Vedas or Smritis, or like there are holy names which are there, you mentioned just now.
yes.
So when here it is saying without bhakti means like not having that pure devotion or not, because without, what is the context? I could not understand.
Yeah, bhakti means Prabhu here. It's not that the anyabhilashta sunyam, jnana
Okay.
karma. That is the not. Just so Vishnu bhakti vihinana means without taking the names of the Lord, holy names of the Lord, or otherwise without having the worship of the Lord. So like that. Not that means karmis are never called as bhakti, bhaktas. So whatever they are doing, that is not bhakti at all. That's why. So here you should take that kind of sense only for the bhakti word, not that pure devotional service. Then no karma kandi you should get any result. That means we are all not at all devotees actually. So that's why bhakti means here some worship of Lord Vishnu. That's why. Taduktam Sri Yudhishthirena. त्वत्पादुके अविरतं परिये चरन्ति ध्यायन्त्य भद्रनशने शुचयो गृह्णन्ति विन्दन्ति ते कमलनाभवापवर्गम् आशासते यदिता आशिष ईशनान्ये. O lotus solved Lord, purified persons who constantly serve, meditate upon, and glorify your shoes, which destroy everything inauspicious, will obtain free from material existence. O Lord, if they desire, they obtain all material and spiritual desires, but not others. They will only obtain, not others. Others will not obtain. Who will obtain? Whoever is serving the lotus feet of the Lord, or the shoes of the Lord. Shoes of the lotus feet of the Lord, which destroy. These shoes are what? They are abhadra nashane. They destroy the inauspiciousness. Vindanti te kamalanaba bhavapavargam. Bhava apavargam. So that worship will give freedom from material existence. Ashasate yadita asista. So if they desire, they obtain all material and spiritual desires. They obtain the both spiritual and material desires. That means results. Ata uktam bruhan naradiye yatha samasta lokanam jivanam salilam smrutam तथा समस्त सिद्धीनां जीवनम bhaktirishyate. Thus, in Brihad Naradiya Purana, it is said, Yatha samasta lokanam jivanam salilam. That means for entire creation, what is the life? So how they are sustaining? Only by the water. Salilam is the main cause for our existence. If water is not there for 2 days, die. Just as water is known to be life for all people, so bhakti is life for all perfections. For all perfections, bhakti is like that. Without bhakti, somehow or other, some kind of bhakti is needed in every way. Actually, in the Karmis case also, they are worshipping or they are taking the holy name or whatever they are doing worship. So that is Gauni Bhakti actually. They call it as Bhakti, but that person is not known as Bhakta. That action is known as Bhakti only. So taking holy name, so Leela Govind Prabhu, that action is known as Bhakti. But the point is what? That person is not known as Bhakta. Because for him, what is prominent? Karma is prominent. So Mukhyam is what? Pradhana is what? Karma. So that's why he is known as Karmi. Whatever is main, so he will be known as with that. So that's why he is known as Karmi. Yeah. Yes. Jai Gopinath Prabhu.
Uh, so I have this question in mind that even if somebody worship the devatas
Uh-huh.
as a supreme energy or supreme power, and even that also becomes some kind of sanmukha. So they also get some result because of their worship.
But perfection.
Perfection as like the Allah,
result,
Jesus.
Perfect result, how they get. Yeah. 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 Now what you are saying, Prabhu?
As like we discussed about Allah, Jesus, the problem is that they have incomplete or partial knowledge or something linked to the supreme they have.
Yeah, yeah.
So like that, the Devata worship was also.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Sri Chandra Prabhu.
Prabhu, in the beginning we discussed Samukya, Vaimukya. That Samukya is different from this one, no, Prabhu. So that one we
turning towards the Paratattvam is known as Samukyam. Even we said karma is also having some kind of Samukyam.
At that time we told that karma not. Yeah, I forgot at that time in the beginning, some activity. If we do, we don't turn towards Paratattva. If we forgot.
Okay, no problem. So 98 anuched. So 98. Tadevam tani sadhanani bhakti jivananyeva iti bhakteheva sarvatra abhidheyatvam. So that means finally what we are understanding, every sadhana is dependent on bhakti. Tadevam tani sadhanani bhakti jivananyeva. Bhakti jivanani. They are all dependent on bhakti. All the sadhanas. That's why even if you perform any sadhana, so some kind of bhakti is needed in that. So that's why bhakti eva, in this way you can say bhakti is the sarvatra abhidheyatvam. Everywhere what is done, what process is done everywhere, in every sadhana bhakti is somehow or other is there. So that's why bhakti is abhidheya, sarvatra abhidheyatvam. That means bhakti is the abhidheya in all cases. Tani vina apicha bhakte tatra sadhakatvam api darshitam. But on contrary, without those sadhanas, bhakti alone if you do, and it is going to give all their results. That is a special quality. Every sadhana is dependent on bhakti, and without those sadhanas, independently bhakti can give whatever result you are going to get from them. So see how powerful is bhakti. Tani vinacha bhakteheva tatra sadhakatvam api darshitam tatra 2, 3, 10. Akamas sarvakamova moksha kama udaradihi. You all know the meaning of this. Yatha Sri Vishnu Purane Pulaha Vakyam. Even in the Vishnu Purana, so Pulaha, who is the Pulaha? Is the brother of, so Pulasthya Rishi. Pulaha, Pulasthya, these are all Rishis actually, very Saptarshis. So in some Manvantara they are Saptarshis. Pulaha. So Pulaha is saying what? Yo yagna purusho yagne yoge yah paramah puman tasmin tushte yada prapyam kim tadaste janardane. What is said in this Vishnu Purana? Yah yagna purusha yagne yoge yagna purusha yoge paramapuman tasmin tushte. If he is happy, so yad aprapyam tad kimasti. What is not obtainable? That means if yagna purusha in yagna, that is, who is that yagna purusha in yagna? Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. And paramah puman in yoga, who is a paramatma in yoga system? That is Vishnu. So tasmin tushte, if he is happy, what is that which is unobtainable? What is that which is unobtainable? That means everything you can obtain, obtainable. So atayeva moksha dharme. Even in the moksha dharma also it is said in the Mahabharata, moksha dharma parva. Yavai sadhana sampatte purushartha chatushtaye taya vina tadapnoti naro narayanashrayah. Naro narayanashrayah. So what is the meaning? Yavai sadhana sampattihi purushartha chatushtaye taya vina tadapnoti naro narayanashrayah. The human who takes shelter of Vishnu attains dharma, artha, kama and moksha without wealth of sadhana for them. That means generally there is in the Shastra different sadhanas are mentioned for attaining dharma, artha, kama, moksha. But if one takes the shelter of Vishnu, without those sadhanas also, he can attain all these purusharthas, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So same point we are seeing. That means what we are trying to establish. Till now we have seen all the sadhanas are dependent on bhakti. And that's why bhakti is abhideya. So then necessary practice is in every process. What is the necessary practice? That is bhakti. And next what we are seeing, on contrary to this, so without all those sadhanas, bhakti independently can give the result. And we are giving the two examples. One from the Srimad Bhagavatam Akama Sarvakamava, from Vishnu Purana, Yo Yagna Purusha Yagne, and from the Mahabharata, Yavai Sadhana Sampattihi. Tasmat, therefore, Sadhu Uktam Sarva Sastra Savana Phalatvena Tad Abhideyatvam.
I have a question. Just now you said, right, that the Lord will give everything.
Yeah.
But in 10th canto, Krishna says, I will take everything from him also.
I'll take. What is that? Everything?
In 10th canto, Krishna says, I will take everything from him.
That's why don't become devotee. He will take everything from him. If you become devotee, then he'll make so akinchana. He'll take away everything.
What does it mean exactly without wealth of sadhana for them? Because this
without wealth of sadhana means sadhana sampatti means dana, tapa, vrata, yajna, those. That is sadhana sampatti. Without that, so dharma, artha, kama, moksha you can achieve just by bhakti. That is the meaning.
a little bit elaborate on this sampati, because it comes quite often in different meanings. Like, in Bhagavad Gita, it says the asura sampati, or
Daivasura sampatti.
yeah, sometimes he's explained about japa sampati, So,
Sampatti is wealth.
but
Gnanam is also wealth. And dhanam is also wealth. Even austerity is also wealth. Wealth is wealth of austerity, wealth of knowledge, wealth of renouncement, wealth of money. Wealth is a common word actually. So you can use anything you have abundantly, that is known as wealth.
But in that sense here, sadhana sampati means without the elements of sadhana, or without the elements, without practicing. That's what it means, right?
Vina sadhana sampatti means without practicing. So purushartha chatushtaye ya sadhana sampatti. That means whatever the sadhana is prescribed to achieve purusharthas, that 4 purusharthas. So even without that practice of those sadhanas, so one can easily get, he can get those purushartha chatushtayam by what? Narayana Shrayaha, if we take shelter in Narayana. It's okay. Tasma sadhuktam. So finally, what we are concluding? Sarva Shastra Shravana Phalatvena Tad Abhidheyatvam. So it is now we are going to conclude that hearing of all the Shastras. So what is the result of hearing all the Shastras? Bhakti. Because in all the Shastras, whatever is mentioned, so different results. So all those results also attained by the practice of bhakti only. And all the sadhanas, they dependent on bhakti. And without bhakti, without all those sadhanas, practicing those sadhanas, bhakti alone can give all the results also. So that's why you can understand that you may hear many scriptures or many study books. Ultimate result is what? One should come to the result of what? Practicing bhakti. That's the point actually. Before also he said, who is saying? Vidura is saying, Sratasya pumsam suchirasramasya nanvanjasa suribiriditordaha tattadugunanushravanam mukunda pada ravindam rudayeshu yesham. There also you have seen. Anyway, we'll continue further. Atayeva pratamam swayam bhagavata saeva pravartita ityuktam. So that's why without bhakti, no sadhana can give the result. So that's why first which process is introduced to the whole universe? Bhakti process. Even if we introduce other process, those without practicing bhakti cannot give result. So that's why whatever is mandatory system, mandatory process, that has to be introduced. That's logical actually. Why bhakti is only introduced first? Because without bhakti, no other sadhana can give the result, proper result. Tasma sadhuktam sarva atayeva pratamam swayam bhagavata sa eva pravartita. So that's why this is the process. Bhakti is the, and also in the Bhakti Sandrabha in the Chatusloki, Anvaya Vyatireka Abhyam Yatsya Sarvatra Sarvada. There also we have seen which process, sadhana bhakti. This is the process. It is existing in the before bhakti is existing before the creation. So while creation, after the creation, after the at the time of destruction, and in all the avasthas, what the process we can practice? That is bhakti process. Even in the womb of mother also you can practice. Even at the time of death also you can practice. After death also you can practice, and before death also you can practice. While you are living also practice. In the childhood, in the young age, in the old age, every time is possible is bhakti. You cannot practice other sadhanas. You cannot do tapasya in the womb of your mother. You cannot practice gnana. So meditating on the I am not body, I am the soul, like that. And it's not easy actually. And even animals can practice, even dogs can practice, cats can practice. What is that? Every living entity can practice. That is bhakti. So, and easiest also, and it is also necessary for every sadhana. Without that, no sadhana will give the result. It's yes. And this is going to give, and also it is independent of everything. So what else you need then? And we are all devotees, so we are so lucky, Rangamay Prabhu. Not examination. Examination is also bhakti. Why you are seeing examination is separate from the bhakti? It's writing about the Lord is also bhakti. You should do that. You should do every day. Because that is the bhakti. Every time you should do that. That is also actually pure devotee service. Because your mind is fully focused. Yeah.
Ruji, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that is mentioned in Bhakti, Vairagya, Gyan and Vairagya. Isat Vairagya is required. That is means beginning, for beginning devotional service. So how
No.
to understand?
For devotional service, beginning is what is beginning?
Also,
Yes.
there is
Mat katha tau jata shraddha. Getting shraddha in the katha, not in the Lord, but in the katha.
Isat is for beginning bhakti. That is verse, a particular verse is there. That is Upayogita is there. Vairagya is a little is the beginning required in the sense that is used, that is mentioned. So how to understand? Because suppose vairagya is not there, zero vairagya, nothing is there. How will you start bhakti? Just like so, it in beginning is as a is required. I will show the verse, be clear. I can show this. So how to understand?
What is that slogan? ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे क्लास के बाद. We'll discuss later. Okay. So next, तदेवं सति ये तो नाति कोविदः ते तदर्थं कर्माद्यंगत्वेन श्री विष्णुपासनं कुर्वते ततः तद अपराधेन निज निज कामना मात्र फलप्रदत्वं तत्र अनियतत्वं च तस्याः. So who are not fully kovidaha means intelligent enough. They are not intelligent. Then what they will do? Tadevam sati yetu nati kovidaha te, those tattadartham, that means to get the material results. Karmadyangatvena, they are making bhakti as servant to the karma. So that means karmadyangatvena Vishnu upasanam kurvate. If they make the worshipping of Vishnu as servant for the karma to get material results, so that means who will do like this? Who are not intelligent. Understanding? क्या है बोलो? माइक हाँ, कहाँ है आपका ध्यान? कहाँ है? टीवी देख रहे हैं क्या ऊपर? सब लोग आपको देखना चाहते हैं, एक बार आइए देखिए, इधर आओ. आ जाओ. दिस इज मेघवर्णा. अरे देखो वीडियो में देखो यार. दिस इज ओनली वाचिंग टीवी. Because if I speak, they should not relate. They are not able to relate. That's why I am showing. Sometimes he comes कुछ आंसर बोलो तब अच्छा रहेगा. They will also get inspiration from you. So okay, so those who are not intelligent, so what they will do? So they will make Vishnu upasana, worshipping of Vishnu as just anga, as a subordinate to the karma. Then tatah tad aparadena. Then they are committing offense. Aparadena. Nija nija kamana matra phala pradatvam. Then since they are doing offense, then that bhakti is giving only result of that karma. Tatra anityatvam cha tasyaha. Then that bhakti will not become stable in his heart. Means, so that bhakti is not going to destroy the impurities in the heart, and after that further actions, whatever. That means, nashta prayesha badreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. Bhagavat Yuttama Sloke, Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. There she is becoming stable. In whose case, whoever is directly Shravanam Kirtanam who is doing. So, Abhadrani Vidunoti. What is that? Shrunatam Sakatam Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, Purudyantasto Hyabhadrani, Vidunoti Surusala. Shrunatam Sakatam Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana. So, whoever is here in the Krishna Katha, they didn't make bhakti as a servant. They are not doing any offense. So they are directly doing the devotional service for the pleasure of the Lord. In that case, that Bhakti Maharani will become stable actually. Means whatever abhadras are there, impurities, so she is going to destroy those. And after that, so she is becoming stable. That means they will get the constant taste from that Bhakti and they will become stable in devotion. But in the case of this Karmi's case, she is not stable in their heart. Tattadardhamapi swatantratvena kriyamanayaha bhaktehetu avashyam tattat phalapradatvam. But if you do devotional service, if you do bhakti just for that results, what is that? To get those material results, in first case what you did, you made bhakti as servant for the karma. Then that is offense is happening, but result is coming of that karma. But in the second case, you are not making bhakti as servant of karma, but you are directly doing the directly you are doing bhakti to get the material results. In that case, what will happen? So then in that case, it is going to give the results. Nija nija kama. Tattad phala pradatvam. Bhakti avashyam tattad phala pradatvam. Bhakti is definitely going to give all those whatever you desired. And nacha tattan matra danena paryapti. It is not just giving those results. Nacha tattan matra danena paryapti. It is not stopping herself just by giving those results. But paryavasane paramapala pradattvameva iti. It is leading to, that bhakti is leading to the pure devotional service. And it is becoming the stable. Paramaphala means Krishna Prema. It is leading, it is going till, so that's why Paramaphala, ultimate result. That's a Krishna Prema. Till that it is grow. Yes, Srichand Prabhu.
Prabhu, we say that to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter is an offense.
Yeah.
So that here it is told that for some desire, material desire, is doing pure bhakti. But what is that offense there, Prabhu?
Even if you so if you for fulfilling the material desires, if you do bhakti, then that is also offense. Yeah, and what about that offense you are saying? Yes, correct point. So that's why they are doing sakshat bhakti. They are doing the directly bhakti. They are not making, that means they understood the importance of the bhakti. They are not making, they are not less intelligent people. They are intelligent people only. But what is the thing is, they are just for material results, they are doing all the time bhakti and they are not. So then what will happen if they are doing only for material results and doing bhakti? Then what Bhakti Maharani will, how Bhakti Maharani will treat that case? what she is going to do about him, that is said in the next shloka. Your question is answered in the next shloka. Tataha tasyaha eva paramahitattvena abhideyatvam aha. Then in that case, he is doing bhakti for the material results, and doing bhakti for gaining the material results is also offense. So then how he will go to the paramaphala? That means Krishna prema. Till that, how he can progress? So that is said, you see, satyam dishatyaditam ardito nrunam naivardado yat punarardita yata swayam vidhatte bhajatam anicchetam ichchapidanam nijapada pallavam. Very important sloka this is. The Lord certainly gives desired objects to devotees who request them, but he doesn't give those objects in such a way that the devotees will ask again after finishing his enjoyment. But he doesn't give those objects in such a way that the devotee will ask again after finishing his enjoyment. In other words, he gives his lotus feet, which include all desirable, to those worshippers who don't even desire them. What Bhakti Maharani will do? So you ask some material result and you did bhakti. Okay, satyam dishati. Definitely. Arthitam. Arthitam, that means whatever you requested. Satyam dishati. Who? Arthitaha. That means Supreme Lord. Arthitaha, he is here, you see. That is Supreme Lord. Arthitam, whatever you ask. Satyam dishati. Definitely he gives. Next. Nrunam naivartataha yat punarartitha yataha. So he will not give na eva artataha. That means he will not give. So next, yat whatever you ask. Yataha, why? It will become habit. Punarartitha. That means punarartita. That means you are going to ask once again. So then 1 or 2 times he may give, then after that he will not give. And you will try. I'm not getting, maybe I should increase bhakti. Then what he will do? Then what will happen? Swayam vidatte bhajatam anicchetam ichchapidanam. Then you are trying to get back. 1 or 2 times you got, then you got habit. If I do, I will get this by bhakti. But he is not going to give now. So because he is not going to give, because he doesn't want you make habituated to ask again and again material results and limit to there. Then what he will do? He will do ichcha pidanam. He will stop your material desires. If you do bhakti still, so then he will stop the desire for, that means he will just whatever material desires you have, that he will remove. And he gives Nijapada Pallavam. He gives his lotus feet. See how merciful is Lord. So that is going to happen. He is going to take care. Nijapada Pallavam. Nijapada Pallavam means he will give the pure devotional service. Anyabhilashta Sunya. Sri Chand Prabhu.
Prabhu, then here Lord will take care, it is told, but we say we have to remove our desires, material desires.
Ichcha Pidan, he will do.
And all that, and we have to practice Anyabhilashita Shunyam and but we also have to.
Yeah, you see, here that's why, because of some previous offenses, results is Saitalyam is coming. There is one more clauses are there. Some clause is there here, clause. So if you commit serious offenses, or otherwise you committed already seriously offenses, and in that case, so Saitalyita will come actually. Saitalyita means, so you will not be having any enthusiasm to do bhakti, even after knowing also. So that is so that's why then another factors also will come. So now Guru also is needed, Sadhu Sangha is needed, and other things, everything is coming. But basic underlying philosophy is this. Underlying philosophy, what did he say? What is saying? That philosophy is saying that, so Lord is going to take care. But we did some willingly something. So if you are a plain innocent devotee and you are asking material results him, and then so he 1 or 2 times he give, then after that still he'll make you to do bhakti because he is giving result. So by that you are coming close to him, and then so bhakti taste also he will give, so that you can do more and more bhakti. So it is a normal process. That means it's general principle. But because of so other factors, shadbir bhaktir vinashyati, atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagra janasangascha laulyam cha shadbir bhaktir vinashyati. If you do this kind of things, janasanga, that means you sit with the other people and you started offending, and then these are all conditions are provided here also. If you do all these things, then committing the seriously offenses, then he is not going to give the taste. Then normally how the bhakti should grow, so that is not going to happen. In normal cases it can, but willingly we do some kind of offenses and other things, then bhakti is stopped actually. But it is not destroyed, it is stopped. Growth will not be there, and that taste you will not get. Then you will not immediately coming out from the material hankering, because our 5 results are there. If you commit offenses, what kind of effects will be coming? We already discussed. Kutilata, that means crookedness. Second is asraddha, that means lack of attention. Third is bhakti nishta chavaka vastvantra abhiniveshaha. You are getting the attraction towards the material objects. Attraction towards material objects. Why? One may ask that, hey Prabhu, I am doing bhakti, every day I am chanting, but still I am getting the attraction towards the material objects. And you are saying here, even for the material things, if you start doing bhakti, and then Krishna is going to take care, and he is going to give you bhakti, and he is going to give taste to his lotus feet. And now why it is not happening in my case? The reason is because of previous results. Results are coming of the previous anarthas. Yeah, you are like karma phala, how we will get? Anartha phala also will be getting. That means why bad things happen to good people and good things happen to bad people, like that. Even why good devotees are getting the bad results. This is the reason actually. He's very strong and all of a sudden disappeared. Because of result is mature now, and from the bank, result is coming into your hand. Then he's out. So then what is solution? Then what is solution? Problem is okay. Only the solution is Vaishnavas. You should, at any cost, you should not leave the association of good devotees. If you leave, what will happen? Who knows? Where you will be, we don't know. Yeah.
Service gives irrevocable effect.
Yes.
Irrevocable effect in the meaning is
Navaya Jano Jatu. This in this sloka you are getting that. What is that?
Irrevocable effect.
Irrevocable effect means even after going back and you are away from the Vastvantra Abhinivesha, that means you got attachment to the material objects and you left the association and you stayed for the many years outside to the completely from the devotee association. Then still, what is going to happen? So whatever the result of that anartha is there, that much suffering you will get. After reduction of that suffering, so once again, what will happen? So you'll be remembering, when I was in devotion, how I was happy. And now after leaving the devotion, how I am getting the pain. And these two things you'll be remembering back, because that impact will be there in your consciousness. That impact will be going towards the life after life, life after life. And that Jivatma has to come back. Has to come back. There is no way. So who is saying this? Narada Muni is saying. Narada Muni is saying in the 5th chapter of the, so in the 1st canto. na vaijano jatu katam cha na vrajet mukunda sevyanyavadanga samsrutim smaran mukundangrupaguhanam punar vihatumicchenna rasagraho yata. You can see the Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur commentary on this. Very wonderfully he wrote on this. This is the point he is giving actually. That taste from the day one, when you start chanting, from the day one that Bhakti Maharani started giving the some taste to you. It's not that the taste you will be getting only in the Ruchi stage. No, from the day one, you will be getting the some taste from the holy name. So that's why once he is coming to the devotional service, so he did, so he has to now finish. He is in the
Even to Narada Muni, Lord says that even after destruction or devastation, you will not forget me. Actually, that is also
even in the
even after devastation of this manifested universe, you will forget.
definitely
You will
that is
remember.
permanently with the Jivatma. That impression will be permanently with the Jivatma, and no one is going to destroy that. Karma will be finished, but not this. So whatever pleasure you enjoyed in the Swarga, that is not going to happen like this. That enjoyment will not take you back, and you don't feel that, oh, once again I should go to the Swarga. Let me, no. So that's why in the general procedure is what? So even if someone is asking material results and he's approaching the Lord, then so he will be getting this kind of, that means Lord is going to stop. The example is given here for this. Okay. किंतु तथापि तन्मात्र अर्थः न भवति, तन्मात्रं दत्वा निवृत्तः न भवति, यत उपासकः तत्र अपूर्णत्वात् भोगक्षये तदेव पुनरधिता भवति. Generally what? So first time he asked, so Lord gave that result, that material result, and Jivatma enjoyed. But what? This material result, it is finished actually after enjoying some. And also, so that material enjoyment will not give the complete satisfaction to the Jivatma. So definitely he will go back once again. Let me ask once again that. Then what he will do? Punaradhita bhavati. He will be asking once again. Because najatu kamaha kamanam. That means also we know, that means kama esha krodesha mahashana. This material desires are mahashana. They are like a fire. If you put more ghee on the fire, it will blazing fire. It increase more and it will desire. It will ask more. Give me more ghee. Put more. So like that, this kama, this lust is like that actually. Material desires are like that. So that's why, then in that case, what will happen? Tam abhipretya satu paramakарunikaha. Lord is so merciful. Paramakарunikaha. Then tat pada pallava madhurya gnanena tad ichya tad anichitamapi bhajatam ichha pidanam sarva kama samapakam nijapada pallavam eva vidatte. Then what he is going to do? So even that person doesn't want bhakti, pure devotional service. He doesn't want, but Krishna will give taste of the bhakti. And so merciful actually. This is a wonderful nature in the bhakti. No other sadhana can play like this, can act like this. And this is the glory of the bhakti. And that taste he will give to that Jivatma, that person, that upasaka. And then even that upasaka doesn't want to become fully dedicated devotee. But what he will do? Bhajatam, if he is worshipping for material result. So ichha pidhanam. So Krishna is closing that. That means sarva kama samapakam. Ichha pidhanam means he is destroying those material desires. He is finishing. And nijapada pallavam eva vidatte. He is giving his own lotus feet. Tebhyah dadati. He gives. Example is given. Yatha mata charvamanam mruttikam balaka mukad apasarya tatra khandam dadati tadvat iti bhavaha. If mother is seeing the little boy is sitting in the mud and eating that mud, so then what mother will do? Mother is so merciful on the boy, and she feel that he is so hungry to get something. So then he is foolish. This boy is ignorant, and mother so will remove first that mud and give the candy, some sweet candy to that boy. In the same way, so this Jivatma, that means not Kovidaha, that means he's not intelligent, then he will be, because of his foolishness, he's asking material desires. Then, yeah, that means here what if he is innocent? In that case, it is happening. But that guy is doing offenses. Then punishment. Then go away, be away from me. If you do offenses, then be away. Stay back for some time. That's the point. So that's a bhakti process is very easy, but only difficult process is how to avoid offenses. This is a difficult process. This is difficult for us. So that's why we should study more that how to avoid the offenses. We study more that. Then that will also. Bhakti is susukam and also is very easy and also very blissful. Evam api vuktam akamas sarva kamova. There also. So that's why Sukadeva Goswami, what he is saying, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, hey, Parikshit, if you want even material results, do Tivra Bhakti, do. Because even in the past, if you committed some offenses, by this Tivra Bhakti, everything will go out and Lord will give the taste for his lotus feet and it's finished. You can easily successful. So that's why Tivra Bhakti is needed for even for the material results. One may ask Sarvakama, Akamas, so Akamas, Sarvakama, or Moksha. Sarvakama, material results he is wanting. But why Sukadeva Goswami is mentioning their Tivra Bhakti? This is the reason actually. Because if he does Tivra Bhakti, then so immediately Lord is sanctioning the taste for his lotus feet. Okay, just one line. Yaduktam. Okay, 2 minutes. Tata uktam garude. In the Garuda Purana it said, Yaddurlabam yadaprapyam manaso yanna gocharam tadapyarditam dhyato dadati madhusudhana. Yad durlabam yad aprapyam manasa yat na gocharam. Though the worshippers doesn't ask, the Lord gives him what is most rare, what is unattainable, which is unperceivable by the mind. Yad durlabham, yad aprapyam, yad apraptam, manasa yat nagocharam, which is very difficult to get, which is not attained before, and which is not seen by the mind. And that kind of thing will give dadati madhusudanaha. Aprarthitam. Dhyataha. Whoever is worshipping him, to him, he is giving this. So, Sevam Sri Sanakadi Namapi Brahmagnani Nam Bhaktyanuvritya Tad Pada Pallava Praptir Gneya. So, in this way, it is understood that the Kumaras, though Brahmagnanis, attained the lotus feet of the Lord by performance of Bhakti. Even we will be discussing in the Bhakti Vaibhava class. So, day after tomorrow onwards, this. How Kumaras are getting this Bhakti. Very, very so technical discussion and very important. So Jiva Goswami is writing big commentary, very big commentary. One of the important section actually in this third canto. Okay. Okay, Mahaseva Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
Prabhuji, as it is said, Yasyasti Bhaktir Bhagavata Kanchana Sarave Gunesh Tatra Samasate Sura. So by doing bhakti, all the gunas, even the gunas which are present in demigods will appear. So just by doing bhakti or Tivra Bhakti, tendency of not committing offenses, will that not come?
Yeah, Bhakti Maharani will destroy all the offenses.
And the tendency to commit more offenses.
Yes. So otherwise, what is the hope? We committed all the offenses, then how to come out from that? Only solution is doing bhakti, more bhakti, tivra bhakti, again and again chanting. So
and also in future we will not do, no, Prabhuji, like.
If you don't do, then you will quickly finish that pending balance and quickly get the result. Otherwise, if you are new thing also adding, then more time.
No, what I am saying, Prabhuji, tendency means then if we are doing Tivra Bhakti, then slowly we'll attain a nature by which in future we will not commit offense ourselves, like that nature.
Yeah. So two things we should care. We should do Tivra Bhakti so that previously whatever offenses we did, so those will be destroyed so that you will not get the result of those. And second thing is, as one more important thing, you should also not commit new offenses. Tivra Bhakti is also needed, and we should not commit the new offenses.
The question is, Prabhuji, like how we guarantee that we will not commit offenses? But just by
that's
doing
the thing. So that's why 10 offenses are kept, especially most and prominent is Nama Prad actually. Those 10. Why those are all everyday morning is reminded to us in our process. That is the reason actually. Before chanting, we are reading what? 10 offenses. Why? This is the reason.
तो प्रभु जी मतलब सिर्फ भक्ति करने से वो गारंटी नहीं मिलेगी कि हम ऑफेंस नहीं करें, मतलब वो अपने को अलग से केयर करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ, जैसे पौधा लगाए, so पौधा लगाए after planting a plant, so then you have to take care of it from weeds also. If you are pouring water to the plant but you are not caring the weeds, so then weeds also will increase more powerfully than the plant and it will destroy the plant. Or it will not destroy, it will suppress and they grow more. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is asking, there is no guarantee whether bhakti will not give guarantee now will commit offense, but yes, bhakti will give guarantee. Only condition is that always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. If this condition applies, there is no question of offense in future at any time.
Yeah.
But that condition is not so easy. But one should try.
No, but whether this will give Prabhuji, like as Prabhuji said that just by remembering Krishna, don't forget Krishna, always remember Krishna, don't forget Krishna, we will not commit any offense. Is it like that?
It's
Yes,
not like
yes.
that actually. Is main point is, so we should carefully avoid the offenses. We should be careful in our devotional life. You should not be blindly going in our devotional life. So where we are committing and properly observe our day-to-day affairs. So how we are behaving with the devotees, how we are behaving with the Lord, and how we are behaving with the scriptures and instructions. So that's why we elaborately discussed even in the coming chapters. The offenses are discussed elaborately here also in the Bhakti Sandrabha and also in the other scriptures. And Harinama Chintamani Bhakti Vinod, so Bhakti Vinod Thakur is also writing so elaborate explanation on each offense. So why the acharyas are writing? Because so it is needed actually, every devotee should know all these and carefully avoid these offenses. Careful, we should be careful about this. When you are driving a car, just going 100 or 200 kilometers speed is not enough. And also you should see, so what is coming, is there any gadda? That means if any ditch is coming, you should be careful and you should avoid that and go. Otherwise, so anyway, I am going speed, then I will reach to the goal immediately. Go to the inside.
Yes. So twofold process. One is we have to do Tivra Bhakti, but at the same time, we have to take care that we should not commit offenses.
Yes. Vaishnavas are very careful in this actually. We can see if we spend time with our Gurudevs, you can see how they very every thought, every word, every single word they will take care actually what they are speaking. And yeah, that's why how we can get the inspiration. If you see so elevated devotees association, if you take, then you can understand how how to eliminate these things. So that kind of association is also is needed, actually, is important. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you very much. So any other questions?
Thank you.